Right. You hear these athletes talking about, yeah, we was out there tricking. What? Why? You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for. It sets it up bad for us. We got women out here can't find a man because they acting like him. You are alpha.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. You're not gonna hate man.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 with the BBW. 1 2 1 2 the BBW. So this is the BBW edition of Pop the Balloon. We're gonna check this out, man. This is crazy work. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Crazy work. But I like it. Unbelievable. You know, let me say something, man. Now, these are BBWs. Why you can't leave this to the women that's not BBWs? Why do you got to try to jump in everything? Why do you got to try to jump in everything? This is crazy work. You couldn't just do you. Crazy work, but they're going to say big girls need love too. Unreal. They couldn't leave it to, I think that's the best part about it. Come amongst the other women and let somebody pick you or not. But here we go. This is crazy work.
Welcome to Body XL, A Pop of Love. I'm your host, Jeray. Today, we are excited to bring you guys another episode of A Pop of Love. So today, how it's going to go is we have some eligible bachelors and we have these beautiful plus size eligible bachelorettes. So ladies, just to repeat.
Now, is that a great start to be described as plus size? Is that a great start? Okay, maybe we could be fair about it. Now, I have dealt with overweight women, and I can tell you firsthand, no overweight woman wants to be overweight. Sorry. Firsthand, I could tell you that.
Eligible bachelors, and we have these beautiful plus size eligible bachelorettes. So ladies, just to repeat the rules, how it's going to go. If a guy comes out, if you're feeling his vibe, you like the answers that he gives to his questions, you're not going to pop. Now, if he comes out from off top, if you're like, I don't like his style or whatever you don't like, you're going to pop your balloon. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. Now let's welcome our first bachelor. Hello. Nice to meet you. There's your pen and there's your, okay. And we're going to be facing this camera here. Okay, so tell me your name and make sure you keep the mic up here. Yeah. Tell me your name, your age, and where you're from.
I'm from LA. I'm also 6'7", Alejandro, and
okay. And what do you do for a living?
Executive protection.
Huh?
Executive protection.
What is that? Oh, okay. I like that name, executive protection. And what do you look for in a partner?
She can be clingy. Can do clingy.
Oh.
Just love, fun, everything, traveling.
But just not on your back. Okay.
Back, yeah.
Okay. Do you know how to cook?
I do know how to cook.
Okay. What's your best dish?
Would have to be a nice cool steak, mashed potatoes.
Okay. Okay.
Some spinach on there too.
Okay. All right. Now we did get some pops. So we're going to start with this first young lady and we're going to just step over here and make sure you like stand right next to me. Perfect. So tell me your name, your age, and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm 25 and I'm from New York, but I live in Long Beach.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a beauty content creator.
Okay.
Like I said, man, I believe that these women should have just stayed in the variety packet. To come out here and do this shit is crazy, man. Whatever.
Okay. I can see your makeup is beautiful. So tell me, why did you end up popping your balloon?
When he said that he doesn't like girls that are clingy, I feel like a lot of guys feel like clingy is someone that like wants your attention and wants your time and like wants to spend as much time as possible with you. Mm-hmm. And for me, like in a relationship, if we're together, we need to like be together. You know what I mean? Like I can't see you like once a week and it's cool. Like I've had many guys say like, oh, clingy is like not what I'm with. I'm not cool with girls that are clingy. And I want to see them like once or twice a week, and they think that's a problem. So I don't like when guys use that word. It's like a buzzword that I don't like.
Okay. Now, do you mind expounding on what you meant by clingy?
I respect that. I'm a Libra, so I like my own space.
Okay.
I like my quietness and everything. I'm just all about my space.
Okay.
I also grew up as an only child. So, yeah.
Okay. So you're the type where you'll have a significant other, but y'all won't live together. Like they have their own.
No, we'll live together
Okay.
for sure. No.
Okay, but you have your own. Like man cave.
My own man cave.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
basically.
Now, is Kayla someone that would be your
She's
type?
very beautiful, but no, I don't see we have the same energy.
Okay. Okay.
There we go, player. Boss up. So you want to come on Pop the Balloon and you want to put your makeup on. I mean, you already know what it is. All of you women already know what it is. Overweight. So what is that? What is the idea? Well, somebody like it, so they, you know, bring men on that's gonna like it. But I would say you do open yourself up if somebody wants to get, you know, evil with it.
And do you think if you were out and about that this is someone that would be your type?
I feel like first look, yes, but like after talking, I don't know for sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Now let's step over to our next lady. Tell me your name, age, and where you're from.
I'm Tiara. I'm from Upland, but I'm currently staying in Paramount.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I am a model, and I also work in social work.
Okay.
I'm a model. See what I'm saying? Now y'all getting it? That is a skinny woman's job. Why are you even carrying that title? That's a skinny woman's job. Why are you carrying that title?
But I'm currently staying in Paramount.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I am a model, and I also work in social
Ma'am, you cannot be a model at that size. And why do you want women to be that size? Dog. Why do you want women to be that size? Why do you want to model for women that size? That's a skinny woman's job. HD Live, what's good? This woman is crazy.
Tiara. I'm from Upland, but I'm currently staying in Paramount.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I am a model, and I also work in social work.
Okay. And tell me, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Very handsome initial when he first came out, but upon closer when he came in, he kind of reminded me of my dad when he was in his early 20s. So I was like, yeah, I couldn't do it. I was like, yeah, he looked like my pop, so
Okay.
I couldn't do it.
Okay. And is she someone that you?
Yeah, she's very beautiful.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now let's step over to our next lady. Tell me your name, age, and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Mel. I'm 40. I'm from Covina, California.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a
This is a fascinating watch. HD Live, thank you for tuning in. This is a fascinating watch because these are good looking and know how to put themselves together from a clothing materialistic standpoint. But when it comes to the food intake or whatever, they just don't care. That's wow. These are not bad looking women. Imagine how they would look if they was the real weight that they need to be. No disrespect, but it's wild.
She's someone that you?
Yeah, she's very beautiful.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now let's step over to our next lady. Tell me your name, age, and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Mel. I'm 40. I'm from Covina, California.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a model as well as work for the local government.
Hey, yo, it's funny, son. Hey, what if I walked all of these bitches into the man auction? See, it needs to be reversed. What if I walked all of these bitches into the man auction that day? Now, obviously, different days I'm gonna have bitches that slim or whatever the case is, right? But what if that day I walked in with these bitches to the man auction and HD Live and all of us, we standing up there and these bitches walk in, right? And we start putting up our prices and they can buy us. You understand? But, you know, so brothers will start putting their prices up according to, you know, how the woman looks or her weight or whatever. And brothers will be making big money that night. Yo, niggas will be making big money. I agree. That's a good thing. Cabbage Patch figures. Yo, I remember that.
Oh, okay. Government job. Government benefits too. Okay. And tell me, why did you end up popping your balloon?
You led with your height, and I feel like your height is your least interesting thing. I like to get to know a person, and so maybe that's a trigger for me. But yeah, that's kind of like just want to kind of set me off a little bit. I was like, no, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Is she someone that you would consider?
Oh yeah, she's very beautiful. I love her
Okay.
eyes. It's
Okay.
nice.
Your eyes are beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's step down. Okay. Tell me your name, your age, and where you're from.
This is the pink salt recipe that took me from 198 to 147 in just weeks. And the best part, it's now.
My name is Danya. I'm 28 and I'm from New York, but I live in Westchester now.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a film director and writer, and I'm getting my master's.
Okay.
I'm a phone director and I'm getting my master's. We brought now see brothers that take her at the man auction because she's not big and fat. She's short.
Okay. And tell me, why did you end up popping your balloon?
He said he doesn't like clingy, and I know how I am. I'm clingy as fuck. So.
Okay. Okay. And is she someone that you would consider?
Just broken, yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, you're clingy as fuck. So a man would like to have that around him. Now, are you clinging? Are you clingy to the man where you are, you know, rubbing on him and cooking and doing certain nice romantic things all the time? Or are you just sitting around? Like, what type of clingy are you?
Adorable. Are you okay with adorable?
I'll take it.
Okay. Let's slide down to our next young lady. Tell me your name, your age, and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Labrea, and I'm 29. I'm from the Valley.
Okay. And what do you do for a living, Labrea?
Therapist, and I focus on working with kids on the spectrum, and also
I dilly-dally, ran into the alley, bumped into this bitch named from the Valley.
I'm 29. I'm from the Valley.
Okay. And what do you do for a living, Labrea?
Therapist, and I focus on working with kids on the spectrum, and also substance.
I work with kids on the spectrum and substance abuse. I got my titties out.
From the Valley.
Okay. And what do you do for a living, Labrea?
Therapist, and I focus on working with kids on the spectrum, and also substance abuse.
Okay. Okay. And tell me, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm not a steak person, so I really don't like steak like that. So he's handsome, but yeah.
Is there anything else you know how to cook other than steak?
Oh, of course, salad. Pasta. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a carnivore, so.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And is Labrea someone that you would?
No. She's
Okay. Okay. Do you mind expounding on why?
just too much overwhelming. I need to be more conservative.
Ma'am, you got your whole chest out. The man said he don't want no woman like that. Ma'am. You think any of these women really, really want a husband or something like that? I don't think so.
Okay. Ooh. Well, I don't, someone didn't like that. Okay. Let's go to the next person and stand a little over, like towards the camera. I'm sorry. I don't mean to point like that. Sorry. Okay. Tell me your name, your age.
Come on, everybody pop this balloon. No, we can't do that. We want somebody that stays. We want to see somebody hook up with these big bitches, B. No disrespect.
Everything about you was great. But when you said conservative, I have a big personality. Obviously, I like to dress the way I dress, and I want my man to be cool with that. So
I like to dress the way I dress. I got tattoos all over my fucking body. I no disrespect. Let's go.
That's all.
I respect that.
Okay. Now, now you said conservative. So would she be someone that that would be your vibe? Okay. Got it. All right.
So if they're in LA and the weather is nice, they get to wear all these open back. Yo, son, they get to wear all these open big back tops. Man, LA must got it bad. They never get to put on clothes.
Oh, we don't have any more balloons that need to be unpopped. So your match wasn't here today, but she's somewhere out there. Okay, thank you. Hello. You want to take that? Okay, so tell me your name, your age, and where you're from.
My name Dewey. I'm 27, and I'm from Boston.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I'm a serial entrepreneur, producer, all that.
Okay, and what are you looking for in a partner?
I'm looking for some loyalty, a little bit of fun. I don't want you to be boring. You know, you could go out, go have fun with the friends, but I need a little bit of stay-at-home body. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
Type shit.
Now,
like I said, some brothers like this. Like, I like it. I like the fact that some brothers like this stuff for themselves. Like, boy, that man want to put in that work.
What do you like to do for fun?
I like being outside. I like traveling. Most of my time be out in Europe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure, your passport. Okay. All right.
Passport junkie.
All right. Now, we did get some pop balloons, so we're going to start with this young lady here. So tell me, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Only because of your age. We're 4 years in gap. I'm 31. You're 27. I've tried to date younger before, and just for me, it just hasn't worked out so far. That's all.
Age of mine.
Ma'am. How old she said she was?
I'm 31. You're 27.
Oh, she's 31. Dang. Whew. I don't know, man. Everybody's a different size, but man, I've had big women before, B. They don't want to be that size.
I've tried to date younger before, and just for me, it just hasn't worked out so far. That's all.
Age of mindset.
Okay. If age is a mindset, how old are you?
I'm 27, but I'm like 72 at heart. East Coast.
Okay.
New edition, home and new edition. I'm from Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is she someone that would be your type?
Yeah, I fuck with the tats. I fuck with the. What's your vibe like though?
My vibe is amazing.
The looks is
Top
cool,
tier,
but you know what I'm saying? What's the
yeah.
vibe like? What's the energy?
The looks match the vibe.
So, what do we have here? What do we have here? This is interesting. This is interesting right here. Check this out, guys. I know you guys don't like this. A lot of niggas act like they don't like big bitches, right? Now, hear me out. So funny. So big bitches, right? We all had them, right? Now, big bitches, you get to boss up. You get to swag out. You know what I'm saying? You get to be like, yo, so what's up, shorty? You know what I'm saying? With the sexy tattoos on. I see you got your top out and all that. Look at your hair. Oh, you got your toes out. No, oh, baby, your hair's late. Like, you get to just go crazy with all this extra swag. It's crazy when you're in front of the big bitches. You just go crazy. I mean, I do it with anybody, but you just go crazy because they love it.
What's your vibe like though?
My vibe is amazing.
The looks is
Top
cool,
tier,
but you know what I'm saying? What's the vibe like? What's the
The
energy?
looks match the vibe. I'm an Aries. I'm a fucking vibe. I'm out there. I'll talk to any and everybody. It doesn't matter.
Boy.
Okay, all right. Now let's go down here. Let's go to this young lady in the black.
This nigga romancing them big bitches.
Okay. Now tell me, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I don't think our vibe matches.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. No, why do you say that?
I don't know, just his overall demeanor. I don't
Okay.
think we would gel.
It's like, hey,
Yeah.
first impression, I understand.
Okay. And I see someone that would be your type.
Cool. I mean, I would have took her out to dinner. We could have ate good, but it's all good, mama.
Okay.
I ain't mad.
He could have took you to Europe. Y'all could have had a nice little. Okay. Now let's go down to this young lady in the floral skirt. Tell me, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I really appreciate the chill vibes, but I couldn't do the Crocs and sweatpants as a first impression. Just like maybe a tiny bit more effort.
No,
Like,
that's
is it really?
I couldn't do the Crocs and the sweatpants as a first impression. Boy, oh boy. That's what you men have done. Whew. No disrespect to anybody. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. HD Live, if these women came to the man auction, pull out your big money. Pull out your big money cards. Pull out the thousands, the big thousands. And these women, for the most part, you know they don't want no man like that. And if they did, they would come buy one at the man auction. Other than that, it's a big game.
Really relaxed and like chill though.
Yeah, I be chilling. I be vibing.
Is this always your clothing vibe?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the Crocs producer.
Okay.
So, like, that's just my vibe. Like, I got the Bape Crocs. I got all that shit. Like, all the designer shit. Like, not just like the regular. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, expensive shit.
Okay. And would she be?
It's so funny. It's so funny, man. It's so funny. This is interesting, man. How they really don't want to talk bad to the men because anything can happen.
Be someone that is normally
Yeah,
your type?
she's a vibe. I mean, we could have went hiking. We could have did some cool shit, get sushi, whatever. But if you ain't vibing with me, you ain't vibing with me. I can't force you to vibe with me, mama.
That's true. That's true. All right, now let's step back down here. We just got a new pop. Who just recently popped? Okay. So tell me, what made you end up popping your balloon?
So though I think you're very, very handsome.
Appreciate it.
I do agree with my partner, my counterpart here, that the first impression is very important.
Mhm.
And I was like, no, you don't have to wear designer. You know, you can just dress to your best.
First impression is very important because you wouldn't be here if you ain't like big girls. So if you like big girls, then we get to talk to you about fashion. You see? Because the weight is out the way. You wouldn't be here if you ain't like big girls. It's fascinating.
Ability
Yeah.
with whatever you have, and I feel like this is not your best. So that's my only thing.
I appreciate it.
Is this your best?
I mean, it really ain't. I really could have pulled up crazy, but it's like my first impression. I don't want you to vibe with me based off of what I'm wearing. You get what I'm saying? I want you to vibe with my vibe, if that makes sense. So, like, that's just some East Coast shit.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
niggas really get drippy. Got bread. I could put up with a stack and all that. Dang.
Unpop balloon.
All right.
Okay.
Lucky contestant. Lucky contestant.
Okay. Now introduce yourself. Tell me your name, your age, and where you're from.
I'm Jen. I'm from LA.
All right.
I'm 36.
Okay. And tell me,
I actually follow you.
How much? How much? How much, guys? She's coming to the man auction. How much for this woman to take you home per month? She works 9 to 5. You got to be with her from 5 to whenever she goes to work the next morning. Take her out 3 times a week, once on the weekend. If she gets her period, you get 3 days or so to do you. How much per month? She must make love to you whenever you say so, though. But remember the other side. She gets to talk to you and treat you like however you charge her. How much?
You're from?
I'm Jen. I'm from LA.
All right.
36.
Okay.
I actually follow you.
You follow me?
That's why I didn't pop my
See, type
balloon.
shit.
He
I
is the
hear you.
croc man, and I respect him for that. But yeah.
Woo! Whoa! Whoa! This bitch look like Big Pun, and I'm not saying from her size. Look the way her arm move. Is her arms okay? Look, she almost got that Fraggle Rock.
Pop my
See,
balloon.
type shit.
He
I
is
hear
the
you.
croc man, and I respect him for that. But yeah, friends.
See?
And I respect him for that. But yeah, friends.
See? Type shit.
Now tell me what you do for a living.
I'm a fashion PR and fashion producer.
Nah, that's tough. You feel me?
You got models and fashion producers at the BBW Pop the Balloon.
And I
You
work
gotta
in the
send me
film
a message
industry.
after this too.
Yes.
And what are you looking for in a partner?
Transparency, loyalty, commitment. I'm busy all the 24/7.
Okay, so she works more than 9 to 5. She works from 9 to 9. You got all that free time. How much would you charge her to be with her after she gets off of work and everything else that I laid out? How much per month? HD Live said 5,000.
I don't have time, not even for myself.
Mhm.
So, relating with someone else that has a busy schedule just like mine would be ideal.
If you follow me, you know what I'll be on.
But yeah, like let's connect so we could do some business.
Not for sure. Just hit me up.
Yeah.
Give me a deal.
This is definitely respect. Not
Appreciate you. At least I got one, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, well-
Shit. Oh, it's having like, what? Forget love. Forget love.
All right, so since you do have one unpopped balloon, now the popping is in your hand.
Nah, I'm
so,
gonna let her rock. I ain't, you feel me?
Okay, all right.
If y'all still have balloons, based off of y'all thoughts, I would have been.
All right, so you
I'm
want to
gonna
come down
let y'all
here
live,
with me?
though. I'm gonna let y'all live.
You're going to come down here with me? We want to know each other a little bit more. Okay. To know each other a little bit more. So would you have a question that you would want to ask him?
Not really. Not at the moment.
Do you have a question that you would want to ask her?
What's your favorite thing to eat?
I actually like to go to Catalina Island and have lobster. So I just take off whatever day of the week.
There you have it. Bossed up.
And have lobster. That's my dish.
Okay.
I'm from New England, so we definitely like the lobster. So I'm with that. That's a bet. You might
Now
have to
tell
set
me
it up.
what would your ideal date be?
Ideal date. I love the water. I love a intimate dinner, low lights, nighttime, get all dressed up.
Type shit.
You take your Crocs.
Yeah, I got
think he likes
Gucci.
that.
I got Gucci Crocs. Don't sleep though. I got,
Popping option.
yeah, I'm
So
gonna let her live.
okay.
You feel me?
Into the sunset. Thank you. Okay, let's bring out our next eligible bachelor. All right, so tell me your name, your age, and where you're from.
Slater, South Central, 36.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I'm a promoter.
Okay. What type? Like a club promoter?
Well, I got a hookah lounge.
Oh wow.
I got
Okay.
my own hookah lounge.
Okay. And what are you looking for in a partner?
Everything.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah, everything.
Give me some examples of what you're looking for.
Cute, smart, know how to cook.
Now, with you having a hookah lounge, do you interact with a lot of women?
Of course.
Okay. Has that been an issue in your past?
If you have insecurities, yes.
What type of question is that? What type of question is that?
With a lot of women?
Of course.
Okay. Has that been an issue in your past?
If you have insecurities, yes.
Okay,
for sure.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
So what do you like to do for fun?
Six Flags.
Okay.
Bowling.
Okay.
Come on, man. I'm not doing this. I want to see somebody pop off like the other dude.
Appreciate you. If you're interested in finding love and appearing on the show, be sure to click the link down below and fill out.
Well, you guys shouldn't have let that show expire, because you know where we going from there. Well, we could check this one. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, let's get it. Man. Here's what it is, man. Here's what it is.
A pop up first.
Honesty. Just a person that's free. They love to travel.
Okay.
He's loyal. He's
All right.
hurt.
Okay, all right. Well, since you didn't get any pop balloons, you're going to go first, and I'm going to need you to pop 3 ladies' balloons. Okay? Can I borrow your pick, please? Okay, so pop 3 ladies.
Yo, you see this, right? You see this, right? Look. If he would have came out on regular Pop the Balloon, bitches would have popped. He come out on this Pop the Balloon, nobody popped.
So pop 3 ladies.
That's what we got to choose from out here, players. That's how they doing us.
Okay. Now we're going to come down to. Here you go, babe. Thank you. We're going to come down to your first pop balloon. Now, why did you pop her balloon? Stand right here with me. Yeah, that's right. Try and move over this way. Okay.
I'm tall, so I like taller women.
Okay. Okay.
I like her style, like her boots.
Okay.
Leather, I see it.
Okay. Now your balloon wasn't popped. Tell me why you.
What I tell you, you get around these overweight women, right? All you got to start talking about is fashion, baby. I see you with the boots and the leather on and all that. I see you.
Didn't pop your balloon.
So with me being short, I do love taller guys. And you say you love to travel. I'm a flight attendant, so that would have been perfect.
You got a body pass.
I love your style too. And you seem really nice. So yeah.
So much. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, let's go over to the next lady. Now you popped her balloon. Tell me why.
It's pretty awesome. I love the artwork. Love the tattoos. Just seem like a little. You look really classy, but I like it though. But it's like you're classy. You look a lot older. I'm 32 years old. How old are you for me, Master?
Baby, I'm auntie.
Oh, yeah, okay. I like the gauges too. How big are your gauges? How big are your gauges? Yeah, like them dope.
Dang. Hard.
I can't even. I don't know. She's pretty. I like her hair. Blonde. I had to.
You had to pop 3. That's true. You had to pop 3. You had to pop 3. Now, also tell me your name and where you're from.
I'm Raven. I'm from Delaware. I live in Atlanta for 4 years.
Now your balloon was not popped. Why didn't you pop your balloon?
I almost did just because I couldn't hear him. And I'm a very loud, outspoken person, and I would usually be like, huh, if I can't hear you, but I couldn't do that in this setting.
Okay.
I didn't want to pop you because I couldn't hear you, but
Next time, speak louder.
speak loud and clear.
Okay, let's step back over here. Now, for our ladies that have not popped, we're going to go to them. We're going to ask them a question. So tell me your name, age, and where you're from.
My name is Courtney Brandy. I'm from Chicago, and I'm 22 years old. Yeah.
Okay, now you did not pop your balloon.
Ma'am, ain't no way in hell you 22 years old. How? That's crazy. Man, 22? That's crazy.
Tell me why.
Because he look good.
Okay.
He tall. He an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur as well. I love a businessman who about his money. Okay, is giving provider. And then also I like how he likes quality time. So I like quality time as well. We could go take a walk on the beach too.
That's right. Now do you
There you have it. There you have it. I know y'all don't want to hear this shit, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. She wants to walk on the beach with you. And it happens, man. It happens. You know, she believes that she's bathing suit ready. It happens.
You have a question for him?
What type of what businesses? Well, you said you do trucking.
I'm also a coach. Also, I do basketball.
Okay, you do basketball. Do you have any kids?
I do have a daughter.
You have a daughter?
She's 4. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
She's well taken care of, and me and her mom have a great relationship and great co-parenting. We great co-parent. So she don't currently live in the state. She live out of state, but I love fatherhood. It's amazing.
Okay. So what's your favorite food?
I can cook also. So I'm a seafood type of guy. I like seafood. I like pot roast. Of course, I'm from Miami, so you know Southern. I like collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and so forth.
Okay, let's go to the next lady. So tell me your name, age, and where you're from.
I'm Blue. I'm from Birmingham. Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a question for him?
You resign here?
Yeah, I live here now. I've been for like 3 years now.
Okay. Let me see. What would you like your best? Like, what do you look for in your partner? Like, as far as like, Like if you're down and you need your partner to kind of lift you up, like what do you expect your partner to do?
Just comfort me, be there when I'm like, as far as in like providing, helping me out, having me like help me lean on my shoulder and so forth.
You know, this is some wild shit, son.
You believe in 50-50?
I'm a provider, so I don't, because like I said, it depends on the financial stability. Like if I say I make 100,000 a year, you make 40,000. Like let's be real, we in 2025. Like I'm gonna make sure everything's taken care of respectfully. But of course, if I fall off, I'm gonna make sure you can actually hold the fort too.
Well, there you have it. Okay. The regular bitches are turning him down. He has a trucking business. He's a basketball coach, and the big bitches got him.
So yeah.
Okay, let's go to our next lady. Tell me your name, age, and where you're from.
My name is Bonds. I'm 34 and I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Okay, now your balloon is unpopped. Tell me why you didn't pop your balloon.
He's attractive. He's tall. He's got a nice smile. He's got pretty teeth, and he's from Miami, and that's like my second home. So.
Okay. And do you have a question for him?
I do. Have you ever been with a baddie before? Is this your first time with a baddie?
Well, no. As far I haven't dated in probably like 5 years. So as far as in like being with, of course I talk to him, but it'd be like a hit or miss.
Okay. I just don't want to be the first one, but okay.
You know, you have to test everything in life.
Have you been with a baddie? I just don't want to be your first one. Well, clearly you look like you holding that balloon. You don't mind. It's official out here, players.
Okay. I just don't want time with a baddie.
You know, as far
I do. Have you ever been with a baddie before? Is this your first time with a baddie?
You know, as far I haven't dated in probably like 5 years. So as far as in like being with, of course I talk to him, but it'd be like a hit or miss.
Okay. I just don't want to be the first one, but okay.
You know, life is the first time for everything in life.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Definitely is.
My second question is, what would you say your biggest flex is? Like, what are you most proud of about yourself as a man?
I think being a father. To be honest, being a father, just having a daughter.
Okay.
And just being there for her. Of course, she don't live here, but I go see her 2 times a month.
Okay.
And just being a father, just being a stand-up guy.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Let's go to our next lady. We ain't no problem. So tell me your name, age, and where you're from.
My name is Beauty, and I was born in Broward, but I've been in Atlanta for, I think, 13 or 12 years. Okay. So it's kind of like I grew up here. My question would be, do you believe in or do you like poly relationships?
Whoa! Wow! What type of question is that? That's crazy. Son Welbeck, what's good?
Do you believe in or do you like poly relationships?
Like poly with like 2 girls?
Yeah.
In for it. Like I believe I'm an open book, so of course I'm not against it. But we have to have understanding, have communication, and I'm not sure. Are you into poly relationships?
No, I'm not. But I heard you say you said free. You were free this. You free that. Yeah. So I had to define that free in my head. I'm sorry.
No,
in Atlanta,
opportunity presents itself. Hey, but I've never been in one before, but I'm not against it. I'm a free spirit, so yeah.
Okay, now let's step. That was a little shocking. Okay, so you just popped a balloon. So tell me, what made you pop?
The whole poly thing, I'm looking for like monogamy. Like I want to be the only one. So,
Unbelievable. A question that a freak would ask. Crazy.
That's not gonna work for me.
Okay. That's understood. Okay, so let's back up. We have another pop balloon.
Back to back.
So tell me, why did you end up popping?
Oh, I'm good on the poly. I'm good.
Okay. Now, you're not necessarily into poly. You're just saying if it
presents itself, I'm kind of open to it.
Okay, but you're not seeking a poly relationship.
I'm not.
Okay. All right, so let's back up. So we still have 2 unpopped balloons. So now you can make your choice. These 2 ladies, whose balloon would you like to pop?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
You have no kids, 22, originally from here.
No, I'm from Chicago.
Oh, so you just in Chicago. Okay, what you like to do for fun?
I'm actually adventurous. I like to go on road trips. I like to do game nights. I like to watch movies. I like to paint. Honestly, I'm down for anything. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. And for you?
Let's go down and talk to her.
We're from the same area. So I'm actually from Broward County. I just say Miami because people don't know it. So what high school did you go to?
I grew up in Atlanta. So
okay.
I didn't get to experience school.
Okay.
But I do have a lot of family down in Florida.
And how old are you?
I'm 31. I had to think about it. Oh my God.
When's your birthday?
October 6th. I'm a Libra.
Okay.
So let's choose out of the 2. So whose balloon out of these 2 young ladies do you think you would like to pop? We can walk over to whoever you want to pop. Ooh, okay. Now tell me why you popped your balloon.
She said she was younger. She's adventurous, like the outdoors, like to have fun with life.
So the deal is this: if he's gonna have a big girl, he's gonna take the youngest one. Unbelievable, man. I mean, this is some fascinating shit.
Okay.
And of course, expect a beautiful young lady. And
So you can come. Do you think that you would like to move forward with getting to know her a little bit more?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, and it's up to you. Your balloon is still unpopped, but would you like to move forward to get to know him a little bit more?
Yes.
We got a match. Y'all can run off into the sunset.
There you have it. The same man that's so-called tall and everything that bitches want, they will let him run off into the sunset with this girl. Now, what do we say? At least he'll get some serious top.
Thank you. So was that hello? Okay, tell me your name and where you're from.
How you doing? Hello, I'm Buddha and I'm from Florida.
Okay, and looking for a partner.
A few things. I would say companionship, most of all honesty, and someone I can basically rely on to have my back when when things get a little difficult, as well as I have theirs.
Okay, now we did have some.
There you go, Sunwellback. Good comment, man. You caught it right on time. Like I said, that's the lineup right there. That's the lineup. Whew. If I walk these women into the man auction, brothers will start putting up some high price tickets. Man, this is wild. This is wild, son. Why can't they just be amongst, come amongst the skinny girls? This is wild shit, man.
Balloon, so let's go down and talk to these ladies. So tell me your name, age, and where you're from.
Delaware.
Okay.
Just look nice, and then you seem like a fashion gentleman, and that kind of gives me anxiety, And this day and age, as a millennial / Gen Z young woman, I gotta be on my P's and Q's, especially if you look nice, but it's like giving fashion man in Atlanta, and they scare me. I'm sorry. So.
And is Raven someone that you would normally approach?
Oh yeah, she's pretty. Someone I'll speak to if I see her out and about. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we did get some other pops, so let's start down here. Right. Tell me your name and age and where you're from.
There you go, guys. That's the lineup. That's the lineup. Yeah. When the host introduced the show, she said, "Yeah, we have plus size ladies." So I know ladies that are plus size. And I know they don't mind being called plus size because they can't do shit about it. But also, I've been around these sisters and made love to these sisters to know that, hey, they always on some losing weight shit. All right. So they do not want to be that size, but it's, easier said than done. But yeah, it is what it is.
Olivia from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm 27.
Okay. And tell me why you popped your balloon.
Because I'm my brother.
Literally. Okay. Got it. I get it.
Oh, she know the dude. Oh, come on, man. Well, don't look like it was many matches on that show either. Well, maybe they're just starting.
A shelter.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What can I do for you?
Hi, I was wondering if I could wash my son and I's clothes.
Are you homeless? Okay.
I came last week and I spoke with.
Okay.
I did ask him for some assistance.
Oh, sorry.
Put some steel toe boots on.
You just have one load to do?
Yeah, I saw him and I was asking for one voucher or whatnot. But he said that he didn't have them because my son was 17 and I baby. So I'm thinking, well, I just need somewhere to wash my clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really do have them, so just fill out the invite. Okay, just fill this.
Yeah, everybody does it every time because we need to know.
Okay.
Where our money's going out, you know,
Oh,
just, so
okay.
this is all, so just write down here what you need. Just want more, Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Need some food?
You ready for your shower, Dan? Okay.
Okay, just everything that applies to you, some of this one.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you. Okay, guys, they said that I can go ahead and wash our clothes, but I got about an hour, so I'm gonna hurry. Just that one washer, one dryer, and it's hungry, so I just got a bottled water. They also have it where you can take a shower, and then with one of the case managers, I asked him if they had a list of shelters. And if they had a list of like housing authorities for this particular city, and then he said they have a list of apartments. So I got that. I got this. It's a printout of the different apartments that you can rent out. Now, I'm not sure. Some of these you have to be like 65 and older. Some is 55 and put back and older. And then I believe there's some that are income-based and then some HUD ones. I won't know specifically until I call. There's a bunch of flies out here. I'm sorry if you guys see them. I'm out farther. This is not the city that I work in. I'm like trying to go all over Arkansas, wherever I can get the help. So, but I do want to stay close to my job, but this is farther out. So, but hey. So if you guys want, if you guys are in this situation too, like my son and I are, then I'll leave an email if you want this information. If you want to wash your clothes, if you want to take a shower, if you want to get a housing list, that's an opportunity or a resource for you too. Because, people are wondering, well, why? Sometimes they wonder, well, why are you like making these videos? This is depressing. Like, I've seen the comments, and it's to just show real life, you guys. If you go through my older videos, you'll see that like I used to do like Bath and Body Works videos or family vlogs. And thank you guys for all of the new subscribers. I am so appreciative. Like, you guys don't know me from a can of paint, yet you're interested in my story and you're so uplifting and so kind. A lot of you guys have so many good tips, like about how to configure these back seats so that I can stretch out and kind of lay a little bit more flat because of all the swelling. And I was embarrassed putting my swollen feet up there because they look like they look really bad. And my son's like, he's like, Mommy, why are you making fun of yourself? And I said, oh, I'm just laughing at myself. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm not serious, but it looked pictures. I looked them up. I put them in my, and so I'm just going to start talking again. I think it's okay now. I think I was in the middle of telling you guys the reason that I'm doing this. I know that I'm not the only person in this situation that's dealing with this. And somehow I still feel that if you're out there watching this, then you can get some sort of encouragement or some tips as well. And it's therapeutic for me in the process. I do have, this is my, they run a program where they work with landlords in the community. Pay stubs, you give them your, don't know me from a can of paint, and yet you're donating to help my son and I. His name is Joseph. Someone said that he doesn't exist. Yes, he does exist, you guys. And I have 4 kids. My older son, he lost his job. He's just, how you kind of just are with your friends place to place. So that's why it's important for me to get something, because then he'll be able to come there too. My daughter and my son-in-law, she's the one that has my grandbaby. They're doing whatever they can, you guys. We just can't move in with them because their HOA has a limit. That's where Joseph is at right now. He's with my daughter for the day. She did let us sleep there. So that's why, you guys, my ankles went down, because I was able to crash on their couch, but we cannot move in. We cannot stay there. So they have a certain amount of time. They give you a few days that you can have your family over, and that's for the entire year. Once you use those few days up, I think my daughter said she has like 5 to 7 days. Once you use those days up, that's it. And you guys, I don't want to get them kicked out of their new place. They just moved in. So, I don't want to cause anybody any trouble, like them getting kicked out because they're trying to help me. Okay, so I don't you guys know that I get super emotional. I do not want to cry. So I am learning to be strong. I'm learning to hang in there. And I'm learning to cut ties. I've already cut ties with a particular person. And moving on. We are separated. That's that. And yeah, I've talked so much that the clothes are probably just sitting there. I'm pretty sure that they are dry now. But you know, thank you guys for all of your help, all of your support. Thank you for your donations. I truly appreciate it so much. You guys are so sweet. The kind words, the encouragement. There's comments where I reread and read again. Guys, I've been filming over the past few days, so if I'm repeating myself, I apologize, because sometimes I don't know where I've left off. I know that my phone, it kept overheating, so it was sending an alert, and when it does that, it just shuts the phone down. The phone goes black. So yeah, and I'm just outside. I had to go to, this is a different day that I had to go to do some laundry. So I found like a big comforter at Goodwill, and I was happy because I only paid $3 for a whole comforter, but I wanted to launder it in super hot water and everything, so that's why I'm here, and it's all done. So I am drained, you guys. I am drained, but I have to tell you, it's your comments, it's your love and support that is keeping me going. Of course, prayers to God, ultimately, and thank you guys for your donations.
Crazy. No, you right, son. Welbeck. It's crazy. So, if you're not a good-looking woman, you could come on the internet and cry a river on how you fucked up. Now, her thing is that her husband abandoned her. He went to his mom's house while she's homeless. Crazy work.
I'm sorry. So I pulled up to a shelter.
Hi, how are you? Doing good. Oh, I'm sorry. What can I do for you?
Hi, I was wondering if I could wash my son in ice clothes.
Are you homeless? Have you been here before?
Son in ice clothes.
Are you homeless? Have you been here before?
See that? So she makes the screen black and have somebody ask if she homeless. Yo, you never know what type of scamming these people are on, man. This is crazy.
And then also, that's that. And then let's say you have a house, but you can't, like I said, you guys don't know me from you guys so much. Like I said, you guys don't know me from a can of paint, and yet you're donating to help my son and I. His name is Joseph. Someone said that he doesn't exist. Yes, he does exist, you guys. And I have 4 kids. My older son, he lost his job. He's just, you know how you kind of just are with your friends place to place. So that's why it's important.
Dang. Crazy work, son. Crazy work. And the husband left her ass.
Important for me to get something, because then he'll be able to come there too. My daughter and my son-in-law, she's the one that has my grandbaby. They're doing whatever they can, you guys. We just can't move in with them because their HOA has a limit. That's where Joseph is at right now. He's with my daughter for the day. She did let us sleep there. So that's why, you guys, my ankles went down, because I was able to crash on their couch, but we cannot move in. We cannot stay there. So they have a certain amount of time. They give you a few days that you can have your family over, and that's for the entire year. Once you use those few days up, I think my daughter said she has like 5 to 7 days. Once you use those days up, that's it. And you guys, I don't want to get them kicked out of their new place. They just moved in. So, you know, I don't want to cause anybody any trouble, like them getting kicked out because they're trying to help me. Okay, so you guys know that I get super emotional. I do not want to cry. So I am learning to be strong. I'm learning to hang in there, and I'm learning to cut ties. I've already cut ties with a particular person, and moving on. We are separated. That's that. And yeah, I've talked so much that the clothes are probably just sitting there. I'm pretty sure that they are dry now. But you know, thank you guys for all of your help, all of your support. Thank you for your donations. I truly, truly appreciate it so much. You guys are so sweet. The kind words, the encouragement. There's
there you have it. Crazy work. She can just come on the internet and just do that. That's crazy, son. Crazy. Crazy work, man. Crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. Let's just move on. I want to finish that other story, but I'll do this a little bit.
We don't need coffee. So we looked at that one. I applied for that one. This is like the fifth one I want to say. I don't know, y'all, but this is my last one. This is my last hope. Now I'm gonna just sit back and wait. Like we did fake get approved for one of them, but they're taking so long, and I keep having to extend the hotel. Like we extended it 3 days ago to 3 more days, and then this morning I extended it for another day. Like I'm giving them to the morning. I don't know, y'all. It's just so much. This is a lot of money being spent for no reason. Literally no reason at all. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, keep praying that I get accepted sooner than later, God, please tomorrow. Like, I don't know what else to do at this point, y'all. It's giving just set up a plan to start staying in the hotel for the rest of my days at this point.
At Harbor Freight, all our hand tools get a lifetime warranty because they're engineered to last a lifetime.
So you went from van life, to this homelessness shit. Well, living in the car to homelessness bullshit.
So of course I'm blogging everything. I blog everything I do. Sometimes I blog the whole day and don't post. Like it's just the content creator in me. But I came up here to vent a little bit because today I got denied again for like my fifth application for an apartment, y'all. I done been in the hotel for like a week now. Yesterday I paid extra to stay for another day to wait and see what this apartment says. So I get to the day and they denied it, and then I just added another day for the room today, which was another $100. I would know, y'all, I'm spending $1,000 something just to be in this hotel room, and I didn't expect it to take this long or for my application to keep getting denied. But that's where we stand at right now. And I had an old apartment that I was living in. I posted a video and it was shooting occurring outside my window like every other night. So I went to my leasing office. I explained my concerns. Like I have a child. I cannot keep living here. And it's shooting outside my window. I sent them videos. I showed them videos. Like every time it happened. So when I had talked to the leasing office, she had told me like, okay, everything's fine. You will have no charges to your account, or you don't have to pay anything. So now comes to find out, that's why I'm getting denied for apartments, because they're like, your old apartment saying that you still owe $2,000. It's not an eviction or nothing on it, but it's just saying I owe $2,000 because I didn't let them know ahead of time, but I let them know ahead of time. I don't know how it worked, y'all. I'm getting frustrated, I'm getting irritated, and what the fuck are we gonna do? We're gonna keep paying $100 a night to be in a hotel. By the time we do that, every day we spend $1,000 in 1 week just to stay in a hotel, and it's like, when she called me and denied me, my first instinct was to pick up my phone and call my mama, but it's like my whole life, it's always been something. I always gotta hold my tongue. I always can't never speak my piece, can't never say how I feel. For nobody in my family to be on my side, nobody fending for me, nobody helping me get my money back, nobody's telling a certain person that they're doing me wrong, y'all. I'm taking everything to the chin. I haven't did nothing. Like literally, I haven't did nothing. Like throughout this whole situation, y'all probably like, dang, you telling half of the story. Well, what's their side of the story? Mind y'all, I let them do all the posts. I wasn't even gonna post a YouTube video. They told their side, and then my mom texts my sister, and she tells my sister that I put my niece in the bathroom. I locked my niece in the bathroom, and I be making her stand in the corner, like. So now my sister is trying to say that I be mistreating my niece, y'all. All of that is lies. It's just like my family's so spiteful, evil, manipulative. Like you will really go out your way to lie on me about how I treat my niece. Like that is so low, y'all. And that hurts my feelings. Like back to back. First, I was trying to talk to my sister, baby daddy. I ain't talked to that man in a whole year. And like I posted the results of my other video. It's like, why you trying to cause division between me and my sister? And it's like my sister, as my sister, like you should know that she's mine because she tried to say, my mom tried to say that my sister, baby daddy, locked his daughter in the closet. Why is everybody locking somebody up? Like, y'all, I do not like that. Don't lie on my name. I have no reason to come up here and lie. I did come up here and share my story. Maybe I should have kept that to myself, y'all. But I'm not hurt. Nobody in my family is on my side. I have nobody in my family, like nobody. And when I don't feel hurt, and I feel like everybody's against me, and my back is against the wall, guess where I'm gonna go to? My platform, where I feel safe, where I can talk and say what I want and don't gotta worry about nobody else saying anything back. I'm talking to a camera, I'm getting everything out, and anybody got anything to say, it'll go in the comments. I can read it, I cannot read it, whatever the case may be. But I'm tired. All in all, if you're a mother out there and you have kids that's grown, be there for them. Listen to them. Take accountability. If you're wrong, apologize. Like, okay, maybe I am wrong for this. It's okay to be wrong. Don't always feel like your child is trying to disrespect you. Don't always feel like they're just angry with you for no reason. It's a reason behind it. Reevaluate your actions and be the bigger person. It's like we always got to be the bigger person. Like just like this situation went down, and my nana sent me a message that said like respect your mother or respect your parents or whatever the case may be, or your day's gonna be shortened. And the video basically saying like, even if your mom is wrong, like take it to the chin, or even if your mom is wrong, be the bigger person. Why do I have to be the bigger person? Why do I have to keep getting disrespected and doing that just so my days won't get shorter? If that's what I got to do for my days not to get shorter, short enough. Like, just.
I'm sorry, man. I tried, man. I tried to shut the fuck up. I tried to just sit there, let this woman vent. I tried, man. This shit is outlandish. We said that shit a long time ago. Their fucking husband is the internet. It's ridiculous. Online therapy, so nobody can talk to them back. Shit is wild, man. Like I said, I love my sisters, man. They get paid for this shit. You got to give these bitches credit. They get paid for being homeless. They get paid for being a victim and their family mistreating them. OnlyFans. I mean, they get paid for this shit. It is crazy. And they'll continue to do it.
Short enough. And then
the bitch said, yo, if my mama think that I need to respect her all the time, look, shorten my days on this planet. Fuck her.
Why do I have to keep getting disrespected and doing that just so my days won't get shorter? If that's what I got to do for my days not to get shorter, short enough. Like, just short enough. And then you sending me stuff in the Bible that's saying, you gotta respect my mom. Well, does the Bible not say anything about respecting your kids as well? Like, why is it a one-way situation? My mama could come out her mouth and say, oh, your child's father needed to be deported. That's your grandchild.
Oh, shit. So she's with an illegal immigrant. Wow.
My mama could come out her mouth and say, oh, your child's father needed to be deported. That's your grandchild's father. Who would ever say something like that? Like,
oh, shit. This is a weird story with that in play. I thought the bitch had a black baby daddy. This bitch got some old illegal immigrant trying to get the nigga citizenship. And her mama like, bitch, you stupid. Oh, they turning on her for that. This is some illegal ICE story where the family say, yo, he could get deported. She's like, but the baby will be here in the... Wow.
Oh, your child's father needed to be deported. That's your grandchild's father. Who would ever say something like that? Like, and God forbid he didn't have his paperwork and he had to get deported to another country or to his old country. Now your grandchild's without her father and he's in a different country. Why would you say that? Like, that's disrespectful. So everything is just so backwards. Like, I'm over it all. I'm tired. I'm definitely done talking about the situation, y'all. I just came up here to update y'all that yes, I.
Oh shit! Unbelievable. So that's what happened, Sam. Her moms and I'm like, you dumb bitch, you with these illegals or non-black. And she don't care. She want her baby to have good hair while she play with her fake hair. Crazy work.
So everything is just so backwards. Like, I'm over it all. I'm tired. I'm definitely done talking about the situation, y'all. I just came up here to update y'all that yes, I am still getting denied, and I'm still trying to figure this situation out. I know it's not gonna last always. I know this storm not gonna last forever, y'all. But I'm tired. Like, I'm ready for it to end, and it's just taking forever for it to end. The longer it takes, the more money I'm spending, the less money I have, and now it's getting out to the point where I'm about to start cutting into the money that I need for it to move. This the money I need for the house. This the down payment I need. This is the money I need for you all. Like,
Good job.
Yo, these people are sick.
That was that shit. Good job. Okay, y'all, so we are at her checkup for her school. My baby's not kindergarten.
Yo, these people are sick, son. These people are sick. All she wanted that baby to have was good hair. This is some bullshit.
She was born in Vegas, but I don't got any of her shot information or her records or whatever it is, maybe her files. Then we gotta get you.
Well, at this point, you're dirty because this is taking longer than I expected it to. So I have to extend the hotel again, y'all. At this point, I don't know. I know I'm finna get some clothes, y'all.
Dang. Crazy work, man. Hopefully it works out, man. Hopefully it works out, man. I will say, dang, I don't know, man. Do you make your family happy by your spouse choice? And we're not talking about whether the man is rich or poor, whether he's black or illegal or whatever. Do you want to make your family happy? Are you okay with your family abandoning you? If you're not rich? It's crazy, right?
And then once I get some clothes, I guess I'm gonna go to the hotel. But if y'all know of any hotels, like, and I see some people comment and tell me like get assistance, y'all. It's not that I need assistance. I don't need help with the government. I don't need money. Like, I have a job. I'm working. I have money. It's just spending all my money just to have somewhere to stay. So then it's like when it's time for me to actually move, I'm probably having enough money just to move and get the spot, and then have to probably wait a week so I can have the money to get the U-Haul because I spent majority of my savings. So again, y'all, it's not that I'm coming up here asking for help. I'm just vlogging my journey. I'm just vlogging what I'm going through. Because I've seen a couple people saying I'm asking for handouts. Y'all, I would never come up here and ask for a handout or ask for somebody to just give me money when I'm working. I'm able. I have legs. I have arms. You know. So that's that. But yes, y'all, if y'all have any like hotels with discounts that y'all know of, or like, y'all help me out. Like, I just point me in a direction. Like, that's it. That's all, y'all. Just comment some deals, or if I could get like some coupons or something. I know it's a way that I don't have to keep paying $100 a night until I can figure out what I'm finna do. So I have my stuff in the car with me because I am about to stay at a friend's house, y'all. But I go to a friend's house, to a friend's house, so that I don't have to keep paying it until I did another application, y'all. Last time I did another application. No, this is getting draining. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and moving is never that hard or that difficult. It's just having to forcefully move. That's what makes it difficult. Because if you're moving on your own time, you know, you got time to, you know, get stuff in place. But when you're forcefully moved, it's like, yeah, such a rush. You're spending so much money. I mean, now I'm not cooking, you know, every day. And then I'm like, my daughter be asking stuff, and sometimes it'd be hard for me to say no. Like this butterfly she just got, like, I don't got money to get nothing. We just got crumble cookie, like stuff like that. All right, y'all. So this is my life.
Dang. It's tough, King. Attorney Dennis Sperling called this out. He said that this would happen, Swirling. Yeah, because you got to put that work in. You have to work to have the damn apartment or whatever. He can resort back to being a savage, like, or live from wherever he come from, or go amongst his own kind. Crazy. And you hope they don't take birthright citizenship. It is fascinating, man. But that's the misuse of the black pussy. When you bring it all back down. Bitch got the disapproval of her family. All because how she operated with her pussy. Crazy. Fascinating. Fascinating. She know that, if they want to deport, he must got his papers, because they would have deported his ass if they could. They seem to not like him. The brother got him arrested.
And quite frankly, it means the world to me knowing that, number one, I'm not alone because I have friends and around the world who've gone through this too, but also because I have a partner in life and eternity, I like to tell him, who feels like having me is more important than having descendants.
I hope y'all heard that. I have a man. Translation. I have a man that loves me and my pussy more than he would love having a child. I have trapped, I have fleeced, I have hook, line, and sinkered the man that I wanted to. How you do that, sis? Just having sex, picking the right one. She is proud to say that I have a man that is a healthy, great man. I cannot give him children, but he wants me. I don't give a fuck about him. I know he's a great man. I know he could have 3 children with somebody else, but I'll keep him for myself. That's fucked up.
And eternity, I like to tell him, who feels like I have a partner in life and eternity, I like to tell him, who feels like having me is more important than having descendants.
If that's not selfish, you tell me, fellas.
I'd rather go through this than go through all of the pain that I went through. The only downside to the medication I was prescribed is you are only supposed to take it for 2 years because it can mess up your bone density. And then it was ridiculously expensive. I think it was like $1,000 per package. I don't even think I have one anymore, but they sort of look like birth control, but it's stronger, like way stronger. And I loved it. I unfortunately reached a point where I was not covered for insurance, so I couldn't get the Orlicet anymore. And for the last 2 years, basically, I have not been on any painkillers. I haven't been on any birth control. I've sort of just been riding the wave of waiting until my period gets to the point where I just can't take it anymore. And thankfully now I'm at the point where I can have surgery again. This time I'm going to be having a hysterectomy, and I'm really relieved. I know a lot of people, feel like, oh, you should wait or try this or try that. But honestly, it's so important to respect people's wishes. It's so important to respect what they've been through and try to, even if you can't understand, try to sympathize with the fact that this is something they're suffering with, and this is a solution. You might not like it. You might not want to go through it. You might feel bad because maybe I'll never have a kid that looks like me, but
I'll never have a kid that looks like me. Don't let this bitch fast talk you, pimp. I'll never have a kid that looks like me. So unfortunate.
You might feel bad because maybe I'll never have a kid that looks like me, but me and my husband are absolutely okay with it. And quite frankly, it means the world to me knowing that, number one, I'm not alone because I have friends and around the world who've gone through this too, but also because I have a partner in life and eternity, I like to tell him, who feels like having me is more important than having descendants.
Brothers, please let me know your thoughts about that. How a woman feels like you're a healthy, able-bodied, successful man who would love to make a replica of yourself 2, 3, 4 times over, right? 2, 3, 4 times over, right? But she has trapped you It made you say, I love you more than wanting to have descendants of your bloodline. Yeah, King Disagreeable. I hit 800 when I start dropping the Diddy stuff. I told you the other day. And I got it naturally. I ain't even go on the street to get it. It happened from the Diddy stuff. I was very excited about it. No, my Gladiator came in, man. My Gladiator came in. King plus, and one thing that really made me do this, King Disagreeable, Sam Wellback, one of my key supporters. He rarely gets some of the raw stuff.
You know, and I know we live in a modern age where most women are like, screw that. But I'm old enough to still remember, you know, basically learning that everything that we are as women has to be. You have to be able to have children. You have to know how to cook. You have to know how to clean. You have to know how to keep a man happy, things like that. And for Damien to look to me and basically say, you know, you are worth more to me than this. It makes me really happy. Because, you know, for the longest time I thought I would wind up being alone because a lot of men want children, you know. A lot of women want children. And whether it's because they want it or because their family puts pressure on them, it's something that
Don't be laughing.
Eternity, I like to tell him, who feels like having me is more important than having descendants. You know, and I know we live in a modern age where most women are like, screw that. But I'm old enough to still remember, you know, basically learning that everything that we are as women has to be. You have to be able to have children. You have to know how to cook. You have to know how to clean. You have to know how to keep a man happy, things like that. And for Damien to look to me and basically say, you know, you are worth more to me than this.
Really? She said that? Wow. Wow. I didn't hear that part. I went to get my tea. Yo, I went to get my tea, son. Wow. Wow. Yo, finally, Sam Wellback, King Disagreeable, finally agrees with me. He laughed at me so many times when I was trying to execute this point when we first started this shit. Nobody wanted to believe me that she's selfish. King Disagreeable says, why can't he have another woman with a working box as well? These hoes can't problem solve. They're happy with having that man off. It'll break your heart. When I said the niggas will break your heart, when I said the men on the other side of these boxes will break your heart, it's real. And like I said, you'll never hear this stuff. You'll never hear this stuff anywhere else on the real pain. I'm talking about torture, King. This bitch is sitting up here talking about Damien is happy. And while I'm happy Damien chose me over wanting babies. Man, you should say to Damien, look, Damien, that's very noble of you. But yo, if you don't go have some kids, you're a great man, man. Some children deserve your love, Damien. You don't see how well you take care of me? Damien, come on, man. I mean, I love you so much, I'll let you go make the children, bring them home. I just want you, Damien. But I also want you to be happy as you can be. I mean, all the way. And Damien will respect that.
Oh, you are worth more to me than this.
Now, that made her cry, that Damien told her that. And what do I teach you guys? You telling me black men ain't some of the most sincere, great, understanding, loving, ride or die, sacrificial, benevolent. I mean, come on, man. That shit breaking her heart. She knows she fleeced that man. Crazy.
This. It makes me really happy. Because, you know, for the longest time I thought I would wind up being alone because a lot of men want children, you know.
Thus the Pussycat Facts Report. Okay. Now, what do women have working for them nowadays? Men don't want children anymore. So that's the only thing that breaks the Pussycat Facts Report down. But if everything was on the up and up, it would be critical for these bitches. But it's even more fascinating because they just want the ability to have children. They actually don't want them either.
I would wind up being alone because a lot of men want children, you know. A lot of women want children. And whether it's because they want it or because their family puts pressure on them, it's something that happens, you know. I have to admit, you know, in the last 2 years that we've been together, I had hoped that we would accidentally, you know, have a child. And unfortunately, I've had 3 miscarriages.
There you go, guys. Now, obviously, anybody can just throw past the miscarriage. But what about Damien? Do you think that affected Damien?
That we've been together, I had hoped that we would accidentally, you know, have a child. And unfortunately, I've had 3 miscarriages. And
And that's when Damien started to realize, uh-oh. That's when Damien started to say to himself, damn, I done got myself in that trick bag.
And unfortunately, I've had 3 miscarriages. And this might be, you know, TMI, but I had one today.
What?
And
what? She lied. She gotta be lying.
This might be, you know, TMI, but I had one today. And that's why I decided to just go ahead and film this before, you know, I don't have the guts to do it anymore, because I can talk about it all day long, but it's difficult to gather my thoughts when I'm thinking about everything that I've gone through. And it's not easy. It's not easy, but like I said, I'm so glad that that I have him. And that he doesn't look at me like a concubine or like, you know, I'm just some lady that's supposed to clean his drawers and make babies for him. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to be having a hysterectomy, not a partial, but it's not a full. They're going to take my uterus and probably whatever else my endometriosis is on in a little over a month. And I'm really excited. I'm really ready to get it over with. I'm ready to live my life. I'm ready to be pain-free. I'm ready to stop buying products that feel like diapers. I'm ready to not feel trapped in my own body anymore. And obviously I know that one day I will get sick again with something, very much something that's going to wear me down and wear me out, but it won't be my period. So it won't be endometriosis. So I'm cool with that. I also want to say that this disease can spread. I have a friend who her endometriosis basically spread to her lungs. And so I'm making this video because I know that there are a lot of people who are curious and interested about it and have been for the last few years, especially if you've been following me in the last few years. But not only that, I'm making the video so that if you feel like something is wrong, please do not dismiss it. Please do not just accept what anyone has to say unless you are absolutely positively sure that is what it is. Because had I not, I would still be on birth control. I'd be going through all sorts of weird wave emotions, and my disease probably would have spread and, you know, hurt me, because you can become disabled and it's believed that you can die from this. So yeah, let's get into the questions. If I'm a little out of breath, it's because I am very tired. I'm very tired. Like I said, I miscarried today, and it's painful. If you've never gone through miscarriage, they are painful. The first one was,
she miscarried today and decided to get on the internet. Boy.
this, how and when did you get your diagnosis? So I was diagnosed in 2019. I went to an OBGYN specialist. And from what I understand, they are usually located within the hospital and not like at their own facility. I pretty much just sat down, talked about into specifics. They blow your cervix. I was just like, yo, I'm tired of being a tough girl. I'm gonna cry. People need to know that this sucks. My doctor said something to me that I definitely was not expecting, which was, your uterus and ovaries are perfectly normal. They are healthy. And I did have 2 cysts on my left ovary. But he showed me and I got to look and I was just like, there's nothing in there. That right there, though, if you don't have a specialist, could lead another doctor into thinking, well, there's nothing wrong with you. You just have bad periods. Because someone who's not a specialist or who's not interested in figuring out what's wrong with you is not going to go be. It's almost like I get pregnant. I have the symptoms. But when my period's supposed to come, the cells don't understand that there's now a baby in there. And the cells say, it's time for your period. So we're going to induce a period. At least that's how it feels, because nothing else really makes sense to me other than my body just saying, well, time's up, baby. You aren't big enough to fight us back, so you got to go. But yeah, the only medicine that worked for me was Orlissa. Everything over the counter, even narcotics, my body laughs in the face of painkillers. It's literally like, how dare you insult me with this man-made foolishness. If I do try to take something, even if it's right before my period, I will start vomiting, and I won't stop vomiting until I fall asleep. And those pills do not taste good when they come back up. The next question is, what causes it? Is it excessive shedding of the uterus that causes more bleeding and pain? So the second question is what my first 2 doctors told me it was. They were like, oh yeah, you have a high amount of, I think endocrine is what it was, something like that. Some sort of hormone that essentially causes the uterine lining to shed. They were like, yeah, you must have a high amount of that. That's why you're going through so much pain. But they don't know what causes endometriosis, because the endometrial lining of the uterus winds up outside of it. And they can't figure out how that happens. As far as I know, it is considered a hereditary condition.
There you go. There you go, honey. You can't snort or sit or sniff it because you was born with it. There is no scientific explanation. The only biological explanation is you need to have children when you're supposed to, and you're not supposed to do all of the things that you do as far as a lifestyle that contributes to fucking up your box because of hereditary traits.
And they can't figure out how that happens. As far as I know, it is considered a hereditary condition, this autoimmune disease. Did pregnancy affect the pain? I honestly don't know, because I remember the first time I miscarried, it was horrible. And, I had previously had really bad periods before, and I had been on birth control and things like that. I don't think it made an impact on my pain at all, because like my doctor said, my uterus and ovaries are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not damaged. They're perfectly fine. What I have learned though is some women with endometriosis will get pregnant, have children, and then not have symptoms as bad or not have the symptoms anymore at all. Which is why usually when you're diagnosed with it, they'll go in and they'll scrape you out first and sort of give you some time to get pregnant, because majority of people, well, a good chunk of people want to have babies, and the pregnancy can help. It's not a cure. There is no cure, but the pregnancy can help. And they're not quite sure why that is either. Again, because nobody has really been investigating this disease up until recently. Did being sexually active help or worsen the pain? Woo! So in my opinion, I think having intercourse helps. And that really depends on the severity of your endometriosis. So if you are at the point where you're having pain not during your period, that means that your endometriosis is spreading to different parts of your abdomen, and you'll definitely want to get that checked out. That's also part of the reason why I went ahead and decided to go ahead and get a hysterectomy, because I was starting to experience pain during intercourse, whereas beforehand it didn't happen.
What do I teach you? What do I teach you? You niggas, like I say, you're never gonna hear a game like this. I'm serious, and I've done repeated this over and over and over, and people laugh at me. Hey, these women are so sinister that they will make love to you in discomfort. You are sweating beads. You thinking you killing it. That bitch did not have a good time. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry to break your fucking heart. You damn sure put it down. She was wet and all that, son. That bitch was in pain, son. Sorry, Kane.
Because I was starting to experience pain during intercourse, whereas beforehand it didn't happen. So that was a sign to me that the endometriosis was spreading. But before that, I felt like, and this might be TMI, so if you ain't trying to hear stuff like this, go ahead and skip over it. I felt like having sex about 2 to 3 days into my period helped the pain go away completely. Usually I would have pain.
I thought to give my husband box 2 to 3 days inside my period to help my pain go away. Man, what type of sex is that? Ma'am.
2 to 3 days into my period, skip over it. I felt like having sex about 2 to 3 days into my period helped the pain go away completely. Usually I would have pain for about 5 days, and my periods last 7 days. So, you know, having the great partner that I do have.
That makes him a great partner? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. That makes him a great partner. That makes him a great partner. Unbelievable.
And this might be TMI, so if you ain't trying to hear stuff like this, go ahead and skip over it. I felt like having sex about 2 to 3 days into my period helped the pain go away completely. Usually I would have pain for about 5 days, and my periods last 7 days. So, you know, having the great partner that I do have, we would make do with what we need to do, and I would be able to function by the 3rd or 4th day of my period normally. I was told that intercourse during menstruation can really help with the cramps by a number of people, including doctors. And I know some people think it's gross or whatever, but there's ways to be clean about it. So yeah, just leave it at that.
I mean, I'm glad that we heard this story, and I'm also upset that we heard the story. I mean, it was a horrible story. I never want to gross you guys out, but hey, I'm telling you, the sinister behavior, once you start going down this rabbit hole, homie, this shit will take you to some fascinating stories, all based on pussy. Could you believe it? Could you believe all the stories that I show you that's based on pussy that pisses you the fuck off? Like, yo, bro, of course he gives us great laughs as well. But when you just start to realize, like, how could a woman talk bad about black men when they deal with this shit? This is not what they're telling you. You do not say that a black man is a bad man if he has to deal with this. And also, you never hear women praise a man unless he's dealing with this. See, I have such a great partner. Ma'am, you're exposing him for fucking you on your period. That's what makes him great? That's crazy. You miscarried for him 3 times. That's what makes him great? That he don't get to have kids and he loves you? That's what makes him great? Yes. But it's horrible as well. Crazy. I mean, how do you get by this shit, son? If you niggas never heard no stories like this, I mean, think about what your players are going through, your own brothers. They're going through this, successful, well-to-do, good, great men. Pookie and them. Fucking bitches, healthy ghetto bitches, down to the ground. You got these uppity bitches with these fucked up boxes. Why? Why, Prince? She told you why. She told you she was taking birth control since she was 14. Once she met Damien, she thought she could get off birth control. Doctor's been telling her whole life, ma'am, you got these irregular periods. She even said one time she bled for a year. So she knew she had bad pussy before she met Damien. Now she wants to get off the birth control, say I'm a regular bitch. Now Damien got to experience all of this discomforting sex and all these other things. Turns out Damien said, man, my dick is powerful. I can go through all this stuff. Knocked the bitch up 3 times. She miscarried to where it's irrelevant. Now, After going through all of the period intercourse to make her feel good just to function, she got to go get a hysterectomy, and Damien does not get to get any babies, but he does get a fuck toy. Shoot up the club, never got to worry about her being in pain again, never got to worry about her getting pregnant, never got to worry about anything. You know? You telling me as a successful man, that's what you want to be? That's the good you want to be? No thanks. I just want to fuck some pussy. I don't want to go through all this, son. I just want to fuck the pussy. Think I made all this money and got this nice house and everything for your ass so I cannot fuck the pussy and I gotta fuck it while you on your period so you could function? No! I want to have fun. Fuck out of here, yo. That's crazy. But you guys are more into, yo, son. I don't know. Because the bitches know. The bitches know. You niggas are not trying to take these bitches serious, and it's your choice and your right. But once they believe they got you phony niggas that you're really trying to take them serious, oh, they know they got a sucker. This ain't about money, looks. This is about some shit that'll pain you. 3 miscarriages. Regulated to the fact that, yo, I gotta adopt. That is not what you grew up thinking that was gonna happen to your eggplant, son. You did not grow up with that thought. Fuck wrong with you niggas, man. Fuck you can't fuck a bitch and make a baby. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all done took this shit too far. Y'all done took this man-woman shit too far. I just told y'all the other day, Remy Ma gave Papoose an IVF baby. This is what's happening to your black community now. Is it the end of the world? No. Is it the best? Hell no. It shows women cannot just get pregnant anymore. Why, Prince? Bitch just told you. She took birth control since she was 13, 14. She didn't believe that it would play an effect on her pussy. You're still out here trying to say, yo, I want to get some pussy. Well, look what they did to it. It should not be used as a tool against you. You see how they lived with it. Look, what did you do, player? You tried your best to stay healthy. You ain't put stupid stuff in your body. And I'm talking about these damn American, like she said, man-made drugs. Who the fuck is taking designer drugs? These bitches taking designer drugs, King. Oh. They done took it too far. I'll give them credit for that. You done took it way too far, sis. Then once your pussy gets to the hysterectomy phase or whatever sort of phase, why don't you just want to be a sex toy? Why don't you want to be the object that you are? Oh, right. So you just won't be with a man anymore. It's ridiculous. They have lost all of the just wanting to be black. I think they lost all of the just wanting to be black. Like, we used to play kickball with these girls and dodgeball and all that stuff with these girls. And they just grew up to just, boy, oh boy. Yeah, we grew up with the guns, but look at what they did as far as the woman had 3. 3 gunshots. Is it her fault? No, maybe. Who knows? Let's say it is. The guy shot one person. She had 3 that went down because she didn't eat right and take care of her health, and then try to reproduce in the right age frame. But you can damn sure say it has something to do with that diet and that eating. Nobody wants to talk about that part. It affects your pussy. Don't know your own hereditary.
Let me see. The next question is, does anything help manage the pain? Sleep. Sleep is the only thing that helps me with the pain. I will literally cry and scream and shake and not be able to walk.
But you got a husband. Is that good for him? Do you think that makes him happy? Do you think that makes him worry?
Or breathe. And as soon as I fall asleep and wake up, I will still be in some pain, but it's almost like somebody turned me off, like a device. Like they just turned me off for a minute, let me cool down so that when they turn me back on, I'm ready to function again. Outside of that, I think it's really important to note that, and I know this might make some people uncomfortable depending on who you are, but I feel like it's really important to note that affection and physically being present with someone when they're sick is so important.
Right. That's when we go to Bernie. That's when we say, Bernie said, look, do you think if your eggplant had all those malfunctions, she would do all this and be, what she said?
Affection and
You think she'll be affectionate to you? If your eggplant was going through all of this stuff and she married you and you was paying the bills and you couldn't fuck and it was like a switch turned you off and you couldn't do shit?
People uncomfortable depending on who you are, but I feel like it's really important to note that affection and physically being present with someone when they're sick is so important, even if they are outright crazy. When I first started to realize that I was sick, I was by myself a lot. I was always in my room.
It's always cool. Hey, players, check this out. It's always cool to say, yo, I want y'all to know, I think it's always good for somebody to be physically affectionate when you're the sick one. Let you be the one that got to take care of the person. But it's all good to say it when you're not the one that got to do all the taking care of. And it's so sad because we're not talking about taking care of somebody because they got stabbed or they got the flu or some shit like that. No, something wrong with the private part. Big difference.
I felt like an ugly princess locked away in the tower. And I wasn't ugly physically. I was ugly on the inside because my guts hate.
Hello? I was ugly on the inside. That's what the Pussycat Facts keeps men away from. And if men knew that your diet contributed to your malfunction or the rapid growth of whatever's going on with you, you get the shit slapped out of you.
I felt like an ugly princess locked away in the tower. And I wasn't ugly physically. I was ugly on the inside because my guts hated me. My sisters would come around and they would take care of me, thankfully. But I always felt like I was so alone because it's uncomfortable to watch somebody be in pain and suffer like that, which I totally understand. But not being alone was better than my painkillers. And I appreciate that, now more than ever because my sisters, are living their own lives. We're grown. And I'm married now. And, he does whatever I need. He sympathizes with me. If I ask him for something, he will get it done. He makes sure that other people check in on me. Try not to cry. And he puts me to sleep because he knows that is quite literally the only time I'm going to get any sort of relief or any sort of rest is if I am asleep. And he's great. He does everything he can to make sure that I'm okay, including backing me up on getting this procedure done so that I can be pain-free. The last question is, how did the diagnosis process go for you? For me, if I'm counting everything that I went through, I would say terrible. And I say terrible because pain should not be dismissed because it's relative to your gender functionality. Let's say that again in a different way. Nobody should be dismissing your pain just because it's relative to your gender and how your body is supposed to function. Okay? Nobody. Doctors, they're not all terrible. They're not all stupid. They're not all ignorant. This is not to dismiss them in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But if you are, nobody knows your body like you do. They might know the books. They might know the technical terms and how to cut you open and how to stitch you, this, that, and the third. But nobody knows your body like you. So if you are paying attention, and I really want people to know this too, pay attention to your body. If it doesn't feel right, it's not normal. Just because other people say they go through it and they're willing to endure that suffering doesn't mean you have to either. And if people who should be listening to you do not listen to you, go somewhere else until you find someone willing to hear you out. Had I known that I had endometriosis, had I known what I would have had to go through, I would have done a lot more for myself. I would have.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. She just lied. She said she had it since she was 13. Hold on, man.
Endometriosis, fertility, and things like that. Something that I have literally been going through for years. I posted on my Instagram.
She said I've been going through it for years, but maybe she didn't get diagnosed yet. But if you want to take that as the gospel, no. They put on birth control when she was a teenager. Listen.
Stories, if you guys had any questions. I'm going to answer your questions. But first, I kind of just want to give a brief introduction to the disease. It's for them so that whenever you do have any sort of anything going on with your reproductive system, whether you're going through your period or having intercourse or not. For me, my endometriosis symptoms really began when I was about 13 or 14 years old. I passed out in school, hit the floor. I had like a cold head thing going on, and I passed out. I would vomit. And as I got older, these symptoms got more intense. I was given birth control medications, painkillers.
So she knew. What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't know? The bitch is a liar.
Nobody knows your body like you. So if you are paying attention, and I really want people to know this too, pay attention to your body. If it doesn't feel right, it's not normal. Just because other people say they go through it and they're willing to endure that suffering doesn't mean you have to either. And if people who should be listening to you do not listen to you, go somewhere else until you find someone willing. What I would have had to go through, I would have done a lot more for myself. Had I known what I would have had to go through, I would have done a lot more. Had endometriosis until you find someone willing to hear you out. Had I known that I had endometriosis.
Had I known I had endometriosis, the bitch just lied. She just fucking lied for no reason. What the fuck?
You find someone willing to hear you out. Had I known that I had endometriosis, had I known what I would have had to go through, I would have done a lot more for myself. I would have stood up.
Unbelievable. But what she means is she would have did better by herself. She would have ate right. She'd have took more seriousness about, being clean with the way she ate and lived her life.
What I would have had to go through, I would have done a lot more for myself. I would have stood up for myself more often. I would not have let the doctors who didn't listen to me intimidate me so much.
Ma'am, by that time it was too late. Don't you get it? You got to get a whole hysterectomy. It's too late.
And I would have spoken out a lot sooner about my condition. Nobody should be getting dismissed for their pain. I was not satisfied with my body and with what I was being prescribed to do and go through until I went to see my OBGYN specialist. Up before that, everything sucked because I was literally suffering for years for no reason. I'm glad I got to sit here and chat with you guys. I'm not having the best day. Today was not easy for me. And I just want to say, I sincerely appreciate everyone who supported me, everyone who has been around since I started tweeting about my crazy things that I've been going through with my body back in 2019. I appreciate all of the support, and I don't mean following me on this channel or anywhere else. I mean the direct messages, the communication, sharing your experiences with me, creating bonds together, and basically being friends. I hope y'all know, like, if we be having legit conversations, we're friends. At least in my head. But I just want to say thank you because it's meant the world to me. And obviously, this is not going to be the end of my journey as a woman because I'm still female with or without my uterus and ovaries. I will be sure to share and update, how I'm feeling and what I'm going through.
There you have it, fam. Crazy work, man. Yeah, I won't lie to you guys, man. I won't lie. I love it. I won't lie. I love it. I mean, I love the fact of just like helping the brothers, man. It's fascinating because it's always the same story, but different. And one thing that I like to see is how the men, them women, they know them some good men. It's fascinating, man. Good men, man. Yeah. It is some. Wow, I got to stop this shit, man, because I feel bad for the sisters. I don't want to get it mixed up. I do feel bad, but how do you feel bad when your sisters are on it like this? How do you feel bad when they come at you like this?
Okay. You said this is not for the weak, honestly. Well, part of it is the correct target, ladies. If you care more about that man than you care about yourself, of course it's going to hurt. Sprinkle. Think about it. But also if you care more about the relationship than you care about yourself, of course it's going to hurt. If you're always the priority in your life, no matter what anyone does to you, especially if you're a thinker like me, no matter what anyone does to you, you're only going to see the opportunity. You're only going to see how you can get to the next level financially with that situation. You're only going to see those things. Or you're going to see, all the things that you gained from it. Like if there's nothing you can get out of it and there's nothing else, all you're going to see is what you've gained from it, what you've learned from it, how great you've become for all of the things involved. All you're going to do is watch yourself grow more wise and more abundant. Because when you grow more wise and you grow more abundant through all of your situations and things like that, that's worth a lot of money too. Just the knowledge alone and the experience alone is worth a lot of money. Because most people won't, most people won't think a certain way until the thing happens to them.
So just wanted to give you guys a dose because sometimes you could get sad about the sisters or what I play, but look who they really are.
Honestly, in my opinion, men don't give women their all. So why do women give men their all? Men give a part of themselves that they choose to give, and so should women.
Now, did I just show you that to be a lie? Did I just show you that to be a lie? That's why a lot of times we don't blame the sisters because of the programming. And they're happy to receive the programming. That's the only part that we get upset about. You're happy to receive this programming. That's crazy. And if we don't, arm ourselves,
Men give a part of themselves that they choose to give, and so should women. But in some book or some form of society has told women to give their all. That's not wise in any situation. That's not wise in business. Your banks will even tell you not to keep all your money in one account. I mean, so if the message of not giving anything or everything your all, except for if it's for yourself, across the board, everyone agrees, do not put all your eggs in one basket. So why would you do that with one individual person? Because I'm trying to tell you, it's a way to trick people to procreate and give them false hope. And once that happens, be like, oh, well, sorry. So just get your money. And that's why a lot of men wait until they get older to get married or settle down, because they know they're going to cheat. They know they can't just have one. They're going to be like, yeah, I'm too young to get married. And they're going to be like 85. That means they're too young to commit. They don't want to commit. They don't want to disappoint you all the time. That's why most people have to be forced to be married.
Once again, that's a lie. I just showed you that woman talking about her husband, Damien. And Damien's getting a complete raw deal. And that is sinister on her part. So you got that and you have this. So it's whatever, man. I'm just trying to arm guys up a little bit for the evening. No, I never. Matter of fact, I did. I think so. I think way back, I did a video and she had got up out the chair. She had some pink on that day. She had got up out the chair and she had, turned around and showed her little booty and everything. So, we did a slight, best that I could. We did a slight box investigation on her because she had got up out that chair one day to show off her little outfit. She had like a pink dress on that day. And, I say, school teacher body, basic school teacher. I mean, box still could be fire though.
Most guys have to be forced into marriage or threatened into it or given the ultimatum into marriage because they know.
That's a lie. That man can be tricked into marriage with bad box.
Oh, they're not going to do right.
That's a lie. The man got the bad box and the women are happy that they do right.
They already know. They're like, I know I ain't no good, but she thinks I am. I'm serious. This is how men think. They know they're no good, but they don't see themselves as a villain, but they know that they're not what their woman wants them to be 100%. So
that's a lie. I just showed you the woman. Matter of fact, where is she at? Did I get rid of it? I did, but that woman couldn't praise that man enough. That woman could not praise that man enough. And this is the type of mixed messages that you're getting out there, dog. And I still say you have one guiding light, and that would be the box. Everything starts and ends there, from their happiness to their depression to trying to fleece you to you fleecing them. Everything starts and ends there. Everything else is what they call fodder, just just basic like weaponry and warfare. Now, as men, you are letting their weapons beat you when they're weaker weapons. It's crazy.
They try to avoid the situation where they're going to like have to hurt them with marriage and commitment and all this kind of stuff. They know they're no good. That's why they like women, because women seem to be better. And when a man doesn't want to rush into marriage or rush to settle with someone, it's because they know they're not going to be exactly what you need them to be. And that's perfectly normal.
That's why I do what I do, fam, to show you the whole other side of that from a box standpoint, because that's the only weapon that she's saying that the women have to use. That's why I do this. And the most important weapon that they have is just like the devil, to make you think that it don't exist. So they make you think that every box that you see should have authority over you. And you a man, you want to deal with respect and logic, and you like, yeah, box is good, so I want it, so I should adhere. You are missing everything of the box carrier contributions to the dismantling of the box. Only thing you know about is the damn baby deletion. So all you know about. With that, you know that they're numb to deleting babies. They know that you know it. So that everything's a numb or a moot point. Now where you want to go is how can you beat them after that? They know you know nothing else about pussy besides that they delete babies. That's what they know. That's how they beat you. They know you are uninformed. But behind the scenes, they're looking to get federal money for hereditary traits based on, you know, black women's vagina. Behind the scenes, you know, they're looking to try to prolong the whole phase without it going bad. No disrespect. And I play this woman's video so that you can have that grit, King. When I show you the other videos of the boxers going bad, how they fleece their husband, don't you dare feel bad. You know she fleeced the dude, and this was the mindset.
And when a man doesn't want to rush into marriage or rush to settle with someone, it's because they know they're not going to be exactly what you need them to be. And that's perfectly normal. So just get their money. They're willing to give it, especially if they're willing to give it. There's nothing wrong with a man saying, hey, you need some money, here you go. Let me give you a little sprinkle. Especially if you're wearing this shirt. They already know what the deal is. They already know. Just get the money. They already know you're a gold digger. You already know they're gonna do what they want to do. So where did we go? Where did we all go wrong? I'm gonna put it on. Let me see. Ooh. It can fit over all this. I have on like 4 layers now. So yes, ma'am. Pull my collar out to make it a little bougie.
Like I said, man, I love my sisters, man. I love these bitches. I ain't gonna lie. I love these bitches, man. They are outright sick. They are sick. I love it, man. Because it's endless. They have been caught up in this fucked up program, and you got to give them credit. They have been just programmed. Shit is wild, man. When you try to think about the black community and you think about affirmative action and women getting jobs and everything, it was for all the black people to come together on one accord to make us stronger, not to be separated. It's the wildest shit you ever saw, man. It's wild. Sometimes you just gotta laugh, you know, because it's like, hey, this bitch is sick. And she got a whole bunch of people in the comment section running it up. Last thing they want you to know, player, is, yo, but that pussy is bad. But that pussy bad.
These are supposed to be pickleball or tennis rackets, but they're gold. Big gold. I look like I'm ready for the country club, darling. I'm gonna walk out like this. People will be like, yes, that's right. Where did I get this sweater from? This sweater is from a shop, a merch shop. I'm gonna send you the link here.
There you go. You know, you got to give my sisters credit, man. They know how to do all of this, I guess, cycling the money. Guess you could give them credit for that, right? Got to give them something, dog. Got to give them credit for that. They're willing to buy the gold digger sweater. I want you niggas, what I want from you brothers is to go here and get the Pussycat Facts report for free. Go get the Pussycat Facts report. Have some fun. It's like a little video game. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You get these answers from the bitches that you've been fucking. Like, yo, hey, Play the pussy. Don't. I don't know. I don't know if you want to ask her to play it, but maybe you can. Hey, you want to play the Pussycat Facts Report? You know, have a little fun, man. See, these bitches having fun at your financial expense. You can't even play a fucking Pussycat Facts Report video game with these bitches. That's how they got you, player. They get to get your prized possession. You don't get to even ask them for theirs or about theirs. Shit that could ruin your life. Anyway, that's all I got for now, man. My gladiator says she's gonna go. Well, she went to go get her nails and all that dumb shit done. She says she's gonna bring the prince some food and things like that. So, you know, we live in New York. The Knicks are playing tonight, so it's going down. All right, so I got to get myself together for all of that. Maybe if she lets me, I'll come back on later. But for now, I got to get set up for this game. All right, guys? Thank you.